see me as I did like this, I did suffer. Stop talking about your life if you don't want people to be interested in it. Hi guys, how you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Fummeee, and today's video we're just going to be having a good time. So I'm always very serious on this channel. I don't know why I'm always so serious, but like I'm naturally not like such a serious person. But today let's get into my unpopular opinions. So these are opinions that like are mine, like that's how I feel about certain things, and there are things that happen like on YouTube. They might be unpopular to me and it might be popular, I don't know, but it's just how I feel about certain things. So first things first, content creators, YouTubers, whatever it is, the term that we're going to be calling them, we need to understand that there's a difference between real life and fake life. Right? There's real life. Real life is different from fake life. For example, welcome to a day in the life, and then they show you how they wake up by 2 a.m. every morning. They go to sleep at 8 p.m. every day. We all know that that is almost impossible. But I think that's the whole idea of content creation, is the fact that when you look at these people, you can just be like, oh, if only. YouTube is fake and is real. There are certain people on YouTube that share their lives exactly the way they are. So like the clothes they wear when they go to sleep, that's what they share when they are doing like their day in their life. I don't know a lot of people that do it, but that is where like aesthetics lifestyle comes in. Basically, the way I see it is living your life aesthetically means that you're putting your best foot forward. There's this person I really like. Her name is Nara Smith, but her husband is like this really cute model. She's this really beautiful lady, and so she posts on Instagram and TikTok, and she always gets like a lot of bash and a lot of negative energy because people are like, oh, she's too perfect. She's always posting like perfect life. She's always like well dressed, like she's showing you like a day in the life with like full face makeup, luxury clothes, glam, full glam. It's very funny when I see a lot of people hating on her, because I'm like, that means you really don't understand what social media means. Now, from what I've learned about social media, or from what I know about social media, there are 3 ways to grow on social media, irrespective of what you are doing. So whether you're in lifestyle, tech, whatever it is you are doing, right? There are 3 categories that you will find yourself. 1, you come to people as this relatable person. So you come to them showing them, this is who I am. I'm just like you. Watch my channel because I'm just like you. And I'm showing you what people that are just like you can achieve. Do you understand? So that's the look that you're going for with your channel. You can grow that way. Do you understand? If you can't afford to be every other thing, if you can just be just like every other person and just be the best at being just like every other person, you will definitely grow your channel like that. And then there's another segment, which is people that are unrealistic. They have this unrealistic lifestyle. So like, you watch their tech videos, their cameras that they use is like 50 million camera to shoot like a day in the live video, or just like a tech unboxing. Wear the most expensive t-shirts, even though sometimes there might be no name on the brand, but if you know, you know, because it might just be like one tiny thing. Those category of people fall into the unrealistic people. Basically, they want you to watch them, but they want you to watch them from below and look at them above and be like, God, I want to be like this person. That's the look they're going for. That's their vibe. When they do lifestyle vlogs, they would have to do it with full face makeup. They would have to wear the most beautiful flowery dresses in the house, flowery summer dresses. Like, their lifestyle is just unreachable. Do you understand? And let me give you like example. Fummeee or $10. What if I recorded every day of my life forever? And Nigerians were watching, and Nigerians are like, today in New York, tomorrow in this, buying that. That is the lifestyle. Do you understand? So like, when you watch people like Nara Smith and Fummeee or $10, they're just different people in Nigeria. Or maybe you're starting out with tech and you see someone like Fisayo Fosudo. That's unrealistic. Like, for you to start and be like Fisayo Fosudo or Kegan, like, you will walk. Do you understand? So you have to watch them from beneath and be like, I aspire to be like this person. I want to be like this person. Like, that's your dream. And then there's the third category of people and their own strategy. See me as I did like this, I did suffer. Like, their strategy is pity. Do you understand? Like, this is my house is shit. Do you understand? Pity me and watch my channel just because you pity me. Now, the way I have described it, nobody is better than the other. Three of them just have strategies that they're working with, and that is helping them grow, because that's how people relate to them. So if you as a person watches somebody that has like the pity strategy where everything they do is like less than, do you understand? That's their strategy. Their quality is shit. Eventually, when they can afford to upgrade, they do upgrade, and then sometimes they're successful. They're able to upgrade successfully and go to the realistic point. But then that's where you start to hear people saying, oh, they're not relatable. People are either used to them being like beneath them, so people are always like looking at them under their noses. So when they start to upgrade and look like, oh, they're not suffering, people cannot relate. Do you get? So now I've given you 3 different categories. My unrealistic opinion is that, like, don't take those things personal. Never take content creation personal. The whole idea of content creation is that you're supposed to entertain, you're supposed to help people escape from their current life. So when I mean escape is, if let's say I'm doing a day in the life of me as a market woman, it might not be aesthetically pleasing, but I'm watching your video just to see, oh, this is how the other side lives. A day in the life of me hopping from stores to stores in Paris. That's what it is. Your content creation is supposed to be an escape to people. So when you watch people and you feel like, oh, they're unrealistic, you don't have to cancel them. They're just doing their jobs. Please, you guys, have mercy. Now, the next unpopular opinion that I have, that I know people might get upset, especially like content creators, is that stop talking about your life if you don't want people to be interested in it. Don't start with you know if you finish. Do you understand? So I remember when I first started on YouTube, I think I used to share my life a lot. I used to share my kids, family, a lot of like things, and then I started getting questions. Something you need to understand is that the people that are watching you are human beings. The same way when you watch Home Alone, you watch Home Alone, and eventually now when you see Macaulay Culkin, you're like, oh, he's so grown up. Or maybe you watch Miley Cyrus. Do you understand? So you watch her, what's that Miley Cyrus show? I can't even remember what it was called that time. Choy, I don't forget. Anywho, you watch her show, you get so invested in her life. You watch the Kardashians, you get so invested in their lives that you feel like you are their family members. That's what happens when people watch you on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. They get very invested in your life. If you bring any information about your life out, they're going to ask you about it. So lately, I think I've been seeing a lot of people going back and forth about how this person spoke about this and now people are asking about it and they're being rude. I know how it feels to be in the position where people are asking me those questions and I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, you're being intrusive. I know how that feels, and I also know how it feels to be the audience and to have invested in you and feel like when I see something, I have to ask, like, that's why sometimes as YouTubers, when you go offline for a few days, some people will send you messages and be like, how far? We've not heard from you in a while. How you doing? How's your family? It's because they actually care about you. Like, sometimes, obviously, yeah, there are people that are asking out of a place of hate and beef. Most of the time, people that are asking those questions, sometimes they're just asking out of a place of love. Like, they love you and they're worried about you. Just like when I travel, and people will send me a message, hi Fummeee, you were posting a lot, you're not posting, are you okay? Is your family okay? Are your kids okay? When people see my kids outside, even when I'm not there, it's a very scary thing though. Like, they walk up to my children and they're like, how are you? How you doing, Riwo? Where's your mommy? And Riwo's like, oh, my mom is not here, I'm with this person. It's scary as a YouTuber, which is why I think to an extent, I started limiting like lifestyle-ish content because I wasn't ready for that kind of attention. But if you have seen that attention and you feel like, yeah, I'm ready for this attention, this is what I want, then don't get offended when people ask you about it. I think there's some YouTubers in Nigeria that make very good use of the emotions of people. Like sometimes I watch them, I'm like, girl, give you your respect, because they know how to use the audience, the good side and the bad side. They know how to communicate with the audience. They know how to play with their emotions. They know how to get, do you understand? Those are part of the being a lifestyle creator. If you know that you are not ready for that, I feel like, why are you here? Like, why are you doing this? You don't have to focus on this lifestyle niche, because if you focus on lifestyle niche and you keep giving updates, for example, my husband bought me a watch for Christmas. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Christmas under the tree together. And then tomorrow they stop seeing your husband. They're definitely going to ask you like, where's your husband? So I think maybe sometimes like for YouTubers, like especially YouTubers that are just starting, make sure you can see it to the end. Make sure that you have the skin to be able to handle being like a lifestyle creator, because it's a lot. If you see lifestyle creators abroad, they're getting cancelled day and night because there's a very high expectation that is given to them. It's not even like Nigeria. When I see lifestyle creators in the US and in the UK, I'm like, what? Like the expectation is so high, and sometimes they just do like the tiniest thing and you see everybody's canceling them, like their careers are over. So because we're pretty forgiving, like we don't hold our people to a lot of standards. Like we don't hold our content creators to a lot of standards. We don't hold our religious leaders to a lot of standards. We don't even hold our elected officers to a lot of standards. So, but if you know that that's what you want to do, don't talk about your life if you know you cannot. Like, and my next unpopular opinion, also one thing I've noticed about YouTubers is a lot of people that are new on YouTube or just watch YouTube don't understand that certain cameras, certain lights, certain lenses give you better skin than others. And so if you see people living like, it's not real. My next unpopular opinion is, if you're doing something for someone and you expect something in return, it's a business transaction. For example, you're helping someone and you want them to shout you out and be like, oh, thank you so much for this. It's a business decision. Like, why are we always afraid to state our expectations? I say that to mean, like, for example, I want to give you money. I want you to shout me out and tell the whole world that I give you this money. I want you to tell me thank you. I want you to post me on your social media. There's nothing wrong with your expectation. It's the fact that you cannot admit your expectations. So if you're doing something for someone and you have expectations, you know what you want them to do back for you, please, like, be man or woman enough to come out and be like, this is what I want back. Like, as I'm giving you this money, so please, I want you to tell me thank you. Do you understand? As I'm buying you this clothes, when you wear it, I want you to tell me thank you. Especially also when they're dealing with like influencers and content creators. Like, I'm giving you these clothes. Sometimes they come in the gimmick of, I'm giving you this clothes. You know, it's not really like, I just want you to try it out. You know, it's no. Come out and be like, I can't afford to pay you. I want to give you something. I want you to talk about it. I don't want you to talk about it honestly. I don't want you to tell people the truth about whether it's good or whether it's bad. Like, this is what I want to talk about it. And that's all. That's one of like my unpopular opinion, that like whatever you have in life or whatever you want in life, you should be bold enough to ask for it. People get what they are bold enough to ask for. Now, my next unpopular opinion is that there is nothing new under the sun. I've been saying it. I say it a lot. I tell my friends a lot. I tell my students, customers a lot. It's like my number one belief. There's nothing new under the sun. There's something that's been done now that hasn't been done before. Maybe in a different form, in a different guise. Content creation was done before. Monetizing your knowledge was done before. It's being done differently now. Monetizing your knowledge in the sense that, you know, now people are posting YouTube videos and they're talking about, oh, this is what I do, or sharing recipes. People used to do it before, pamphlets, and sell it on magazines and stuff. So like, there's nothing new under the sun. And so I feel like in life, guys, when you're making decisions, understand that this decision you are making has been made by people before. And the fact that it has been made by people before, there have been feedbacks, they got a result. Go and find out. In 50 years ago, when someone was, let's say, drawing your brows now, that's why I'm very skeptical about drawing my brows, because I've seen some very horrible brows from 60, 80 years ago of like grandmas and those like yopi aunties. Guys, they hate those things right now. Like, I know my aunties that are like, God, I hate this brow. I hate it. Help me cover it. Fummeee, help me look for a makeup artist that knows how to cover it. Help. So that's why, like, no matter how much I want to do my brows, I'm very skeptical. And I'm very skeptical about where I will do it. Like, I want to get it done. I want to get like semi-permanent brows. But then I'm very skeptical because the thing is, a few years ago, it was a thing. People were drawing tattooed brows and they are horrible right now. So, like, if you make a mistake and you go and draw one that you hate, you're going to hate it for the rest of your life. So, there's nothing new under the sun as it was before. So shall it be, ever shall it be, world without end. That's how I see life. And so when people make certain decisions, my decisions are usually based off of just not me. Like when I make the certain decisions, it's just not like, oh, how do I see it? It's also, how do I see it? When it happened to people 50, 40, 30 years ago, if they made the decision that I'm trying to make now, were they successful? Were they not successful? Did he do them good? Did he not do them good? So when we're living life, when we're making decisions based on like maybe emotions, business decision, just find out. Like years ago, there's no way this business, you can't be the first person to be thinking of a video. There's no theory, there's no lifestyle, there's no skill that is new. It is revised standard fashion. So cameras, there have always been cameras. Before there were cameras, people used to draw pictures of people they loved, and then we had cameras. So there's always a previous version. Go and find out what the previous versions have done, how the previous versions coped, and then you see how you can cope. If there's a craze going on, for example, with the jackpot craze, find out people that jackpot 50 years ago or 60 years ago. Look at them now. Do you like how they're living? Do you like who they are? Do you like how their children are living? Do you like the benefits that they are benefiting, the benefits their children are benefiting? Those are the things that usually like guide my decision making. That's my unpopular opinion that I feel like should be popular. There's nothing new under the sun. As it was before, it is now, ever shall it be. Always. Do you understand? Always, until Jesus comes and the world ends. That's how it's always going to be. So, world without end. That also like circles down into how to make money. I feel like the ways of making money back in the days are still the ways you can make money now. It's just, okay, it might not be the exact same way. For example, people used to make money back in the day from selling clothes, being fashion designers, selling clothes, being photographers, being this, being that. Whatever it is you want to make money from now, find out something that worked back then. Find out why it worked back then. Find a modern version of what it is now. Find a way to twist it, and you will make so much money that you know what to do with. Now, my next unpopular opinion is that certain foods are nasty, and we YouTubers or content creation just keep pushing it in people's faces. For example, Krispy Kreme donuts to me are one of the most nasty things that I have ever tasted in my life. I hate them. I find them very horrible. But I don't know if there are people that like them, but I cannot stand Krispy Kreme donuts. I like certain things that they sell, but their donuts are horrible. My next unpopular opinion that I know a lot of people are probably not going to agree with is that money buys you happiness. I do agree, and I do feel that money buys you happiness. Now, I'm saying that from the point of, look at Nigeria now. Nigeria now is going a certain way. There's a recession-ish kind of vibe going on. There's a lot of unhappiness all around. And it stems from money. A lot of people are frustrated because they don't have money, or the money that they have cannot afford the lifestyle that they want to live or the things that they want to do. When you say money doesn't buy happiness, I don't agree with you. Like, money buys happiness. I don't believe it's better to cry in a Mercedes Benz than to cry in a Benz. That's not what I mean. What I mean is money makes your life comfortable, and when your life is comfortable, you are happy. Certain decisions are happier. For example, when you can feed your children are happy. happier. When your children can go to school, when their mates are going to school, they are happier. When it's raining outside and your roof is covered but you're not living in the street, you're happy. So that happiness translates into other emotional aspects that also determine that yes, you're a happy person. So if you are one of those people that fall under the guise of money doesn't bring you happiness, don't be deceived. It does bring you happiness. The only thing is excessive love of money doesn't bring you happiness. When you get obsessed with wanting money and needing money and say, I want money, I want to use money for this, I need this money, you get so obsessed that you get upset. And so when you start to do all those things, you get so obsessed with it that it eventually will mess up with your mind, and that's when money becomes a problem. But like generally speaking, saying a general money, like you just general get money, you can eat when you want to eat, you can bathe when you want to bathe, you can drive where you want to drive to, you can afford it. Money is good. Like forget that thing. Money is good. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.